I honestly am just gonna kick my brother's ass next time he wears my socks. Or any of my clothes. You and myself. I don't know why. Speak up, you fucking...
Shut up. You're a horrible bullshit.
I can barely hear you, you fucking dumbass. I'm British now, how you feel?
I lowered my mic, you retard. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, invite me. Or do I invite you?
Well, I guess I'll start it up as soon as I load in.
What's your percentage?
90.
Mine's at 92. Well, would you see who gets there faster? I'm looking at this picture. Southern San Andreas Super Sports News.
I'm looking at this picture. Prius Combat SR. Like everyone in Los Santos.
Coming in hot. I'm looking at GTA Online coming in hot. Now in showrooms across Los Santos.
I'm looking at GTA Online. Karen 190Z.
Mine's is GTA Online hot ring circuit.
I had that like 2 slides ago. I feel blessed. Yeah. I got GTA Online Hustle. Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, I feel blessed.
Me too. Well, we'll see who's faster.
Jonathan, I already invited you.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
You're such a liar.
I'm not lying.
It says you invited me 43 minutes ago.
No, I just invited you now.
I didn't get it yet.
Living every day like it's my last because you have to. Any given day could be your final chance to act. You got only one.
I wonder if I did this correctly.
Do exactly what you like. You
Here, I'll invite you.
No, I'm already in the thing.
So who invite me?
I am. It's loading. It says downloading.
I believe regretting past news. I'll never be holding back. True to blessed. Yeah, I feel blessed. Yeah, I feel blessed. Yeah, I feel blessed. Yeah.
You should have gotten the invite.
I didn't get it yet. I'm waiting.
Alright. My friends, let's play GTA 5.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my best to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, when you hit your teens, like really what it seems. Try to find out what it means, always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just want.
You leveled up?
Yeah, I put out all the sword, it's my only medicine.
That's nice.
Everything I do,
Now, this is all points, so we could just mess around for as long as we want. Yeah. And we spawn in different sides. This is a different one, but we spawn on different sides. Hopefully.
Can I get all of the money since you have $1 million?
No, I still want some money. That's my saved money. I need more.
You know how much money I have? I have 3,000.
That's nice. As soon as you kill one of them, see if they drop money. I want to see if they patch this one.
Oh, this one's a different one?
Yeah.
I don't even know where they are.
Just drive to the middle.
Oh wait, can we call in our own cars?
If you want.
I'm gonna call in one.
I don't know because I've never tried.
I don't see any zombies.
I don't think this one. They're not zombies.
What are they?
Clowns. Well, first of all, you're supposed to drive to the middle. That's one.
Oh, I see them.
Tell me once you kill one. Okay, I'm in. Want to roleplay this shit? First person only.
I don't know. No, they're not dropping money.
They're not.
I mean, you can try, but then there's no dropping.
Alright, so in other words, just waste the time and then we get money. A bunch of money at that.
Okay,
The hell?
Where do you want to go? Do you want to go back over there? Oh wait, we're near it, right? The military base?
Wee. Don't die now. Like when I mean don't die, I mean these guys legitimately don't die. Oh, I'm gonna fist fight them. Fist fight them, it's fun.
How is it fun? Oh wait, let's take this to the military base.
I don't think we're near the military base.
But I got you.
Oh, you fucker, you stabbed me! Why?
Why can't
Fuck.
we be teammates? I got you.
Fuck. Thank you. I mean, I could invite. Oh yeah. Let me in. Shit, it's not gonna. I can invite my cousin. Hopefully, he's gonna. Hold up. Ah, don't let me die. Don't let me die. Yeah, I got him. Oh, he pulled you out. Wrong person. Oh shit, wrong person. Got him. I got him. I'm gonna hop on the top.
No,
Don't shoot me. Okay, I'm on the top.
That's
Come at me! Come at me! And you fucking killed me. I was on the top of the car. Oh, I spawned in on a dirt bike. So, is it letting you? Cause if it is, I'm gonna just call my Karuma. Fuck me!
No, it's not working. Oh wait, what, there's a convenience store here?
Yeah.
Can you rob it?
No. How the fuck are you supposed to rob something where people aren't even there? Oh, this is gonna be really fun. Can I use the double barrel? Can you use the double barrel?
And I got money. Okay.
I'm using my double barrel. Double barrel shotgun! Fuck.
Hey, wait, get inside of a car and follow me.
Oh. It's not part of the plan.
Where you at? Wait, meet up in the middle. Get a car.
I have a dirt bike instead.
Oh. Oh, I can't order my dirt bike. You lucky.
Die!
It won't let me go through.
It's giving me mad RP.
Yeah, right? Like these, it keeps giving you RP. Oh, wait,
Right here. We have to hold down this area. We have to put aside our differences and just fight. Grenade! Nade!
You watch my back and I'll watch you.
That sounds okay.
Oh crap. Thanks.
I'm hitmanning these bitches. One shot, one kill.
Oh crap. There's one behind you.
Deal with them.
Got you.
Oh, I actually did get money.
Wait, really?
Really? I think it's like one out of 10 you get money.
Wait, so where are we gonna go? We need a car or something.
Fuck off me! Shit, sorry. Ah!
Oh, I spawned on a dirt bike too. Hurry up and get on yours.
Fuck off me.
Did you get on yours?
Off me. No, I'm still. Ah! Son of a bitch hit me.
Get on your dirt bike.
Why? I'm murking these bitches. Hit them when.
Because we're gonna go get a hydro and then we're gonna really murder them.
Well, when you drive to me, do me a favor and blow these bitches up.
Oh wait, you want me to go get it and then you just stay here?
No, I'm going with you.
Oh, hurry up and get on your motorcycle.
Wait, get out of my way, Don't run towards me.
Okay, hurry up.
Don't you see me hitmanning bitches?
Leave no music behind. Listen to your favorite playlists, albums, and tracks anywhere, anytime. Upgrade to SoundCloud Go to get offline listening.
Alright, let's go.
Start your free trial today.
Okay, wait, follow me.
Oh yeah, on this one it actually shows you. Never mind, we have to grab bags. I'm grabbing a bag so then you can see me on the map. You heard?
This bag, you go get those. Yeah.
Fuck, it's on a roof.
There's one right here.
Yeah, it's on the roof.
Go get it. I got your back.
Oh my god, get back up there. There we go.
Let's go.
I need backup.
Wait, why?
Never mind. Did you get hit?
Yeah.
Alright, where are we gonna go?
You shot me.
Sorry.
Are you on your bike?
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Oh yeah, if you have 4 mil, why don't you just buy that car that we wanted, remember?
Which one?
Oh, no wonder, my tire was popped. Remember the car that we both wanted? Wait, I need to go.
Just grab a car or something.
You remember?
No. What was it?
The one with the Pokeball?
Oh yeah.
It cost 400,000 when you buy it.
That's true. I might as well.
Why are you so slow?
I'm on a dirt bike. Shut the fuck up.
Wow, you!
Because I'm smarter than you?
That's funny. That's why I got you for Wait, so, Mr. Daniels, right? Who was over here getting on for no reason?
Damn, nigga, you slow.
I tried checking for your information.
That's a pretty slow car.
Where are you?
Right behind you. Just keep going.
I thought you were right next to it.
What you were saying?
Oh yeah, Yeah, Mr. Daniels. I was like, what is this? And then I got stuck in a position. But I had to say the truth, and then I said that someone was behind me. They said it, and then Miss Woody, she approached me. She said, who was it? So what happened on Friday in Mr. Daniels' class? And I said,
Explain
no,
though. What do you? What happened?
About the cursing
Book?
thing.
Oh, the and luckily, was there anything bad about me?
Yeah, there was actually a lot of stuff.
That's tough.
She wrote everyone down.
Luckily, I wasn't there. Like, it was mad funny too, but at least I got my work done.
It's stupid because you guys were cursing, and then she's like, oh, writing it down. I'm like, what? I'm not even cursing.
I like how she asked for my name. I just stood silent the whole entire time. The car is mad slow. Wait, are we talking about the black substitute that we had?
No, the white one, the old lady.
Indian?
She's not Indian.
That's what she says.
She has immigrated parents.
Indian.
Like she's Indian.
Yeah, that's what she said. Didn't you remember? That her grandma wasn't. Yeah, she. What?
No,
remember?
She said that her grandma and her parents were Mexican immigrants.
Not Mexican, bro. When we was talking about the thing, she said, I actually have family members that went through this. I was over here like, sure. You 100% have that.
The thing is that she lets everyone run over this. If she didn't, like...
She'd take it. Where the hell are you?
That's it. That's how you got past me.
I got past you because I'm faster.
Why is this car so slow? Muscle car, wanna be a Ford.
Go.
Started. I just wanna get on a mountain. But there's no mountains like that.
Woo!
I'm surprised you went on that so, like, softly. So smooth. They call me.
Son of a bitch. I had to commit suicide.
Why?
I lost my bike.
Tell me how we're right here too. Wait, did you put traffic on?
No.
Why didn't you?
You know what? I forgot. Come kill me.
Gladly.
Gladly.
I feel like you're gonna take my car, so I'm gonna blow it up real quick.
That's autistic. Why would you blow the car up? Thank you. I lost cocaine, bro. Respawn on the bike. There we go.
No, now you have to come all the way over here. Wait, what? I was going the wrong way?
You were?
Yes!
Are you lying?
I swear, it's because it has a yellow destination too, and it's to my... I'll just get another car loan.
Did you kill yourself? Because you do realize we had to drive all the way back there to get the bags, right?
Yeah, I'm about to do that.
You can't kill yourself, by the way.
And you said?
Never mind.
There we go. I spawned right next to the bag anyways.
Really?
Yeah, that's where my spawn point is.
You drove all the way to your spawn point. Wait, did you?
Yeah, I'm right next to my bag.
Oh, I need to go get my bag.
Here, do you want me
Fuck.
to go to the military base and then wait there? Oh, we have no time.
Wait, I put bag deliveries. There shouldn't be any time. I guess just deliver the bag so you could get the points.
I'm gonna turn this table.
You could do it. You could do it. You could 7, 6, 5. You could do it. 4, 3, 2. Did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it?
Oh my god, no! I was right here too.
Oh. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, there we go.
Wait. I thought it was... What?
That's confusing.
So wait, was that just all a hoax or something?
I don't know.
I'm so confused. What just happened?
It's probably like a timer, like the... I don't know, the game defaultly does that, I guess.
I guess. I mean... Oh, I think it was
Okay,
like...
Go get another bag from the middle. I'm about to steal yours because I delivered mine.
Start your free trial today.
You were what?
I delivered mine.
Oh.
Okay, come to me. Oh, wait, no. I was gonna get that bag. Just follow me.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanna be on a tour bus.
Wanna see something cool?
We all got dreams, know you got some. Yeah, we all got dreams, know you got some. I remember sitting in the backseat, tapping my feet to the beat that was blasting.
You're terrible at driving up hills.
I didn't try. I need to go to the middle.
At least I could drive. Woo!
Now I can do the backflip. It's so hard to do backflips in this game.
No, it's not.
What?
How did you commit suicide?
Because I jumped.
Never mind. I see. It was. I'm at 1 health right now, but I landed it.
Yeah. Now you know why. Yeah.
I'm just a higher level than you. That's how my health is so high. I remember you was trying to kill me. Like you just pulled all your ammo into me. I was still just standing there. Pick up a bag.
I know, I'm looking for one. Oh my god, I don't want to do it.
I forgot how you detonate the sticky bombs.
Left arrow on the D-pad.
Thank you. Damn it, he doesn't want to die.
Wait, is there a bag on the roof of this or inside?
Die. Oh, inside. In the back.
Oh.
You want to hold out in the gas station just for a little while for fun?
I want to go to the highway.
There's clowns. There's clowns. We have to stay here. There's clowns. Found one. There we go.
If I throw a grenade in here right now, it was actually a pipe bomb.
Grenade! Oh shit, it's actually inside. I'm sorry. Grenades inside. Grenades inside. Grenades inside.
No, it's not. That was outside.
No, I threw a grenade inside by accident.
Can I use the ATM? Oh my god, I can.
Zombies inside. Zombie. Oh. I keep picking something up.
All of my money. Oh crap.
Hell off of me.
I'm getting. Oh my goodness, they're all ganging up on me. Where are you?
I'm right here fighting. Ah. You son of a. Don't ever hit me with a knife. Get kicked in the balls. Ow. Fuck
Okay.
off me.
Let me get the bag and then we can go.
Oh, fuck off me, fuck off. Shoot. Leave me alone. Oh shit. I'm fucked. I had to. Just shot rockets in there.
Theoretically, you don't have to do anything. You just choose to.
Shut the I chose to have to commit suicide because there was too many. Wheelie, 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 wheelie. I'm doing a wheelie. Backflip. Failed. Failed. Fucking failed. Damn it, I failed. I failed it.
You ready?
Yo, people ask me so many questions on why I don't go to school that often. It's just, I don't like answering. Watch, like, when I get back to school, they're gonna... What the hell?
Ready? Wait, I'm gonna shoot you guys.
You get the hell off me! Get off from me!
Please don't die.
I'm still alive.
Yo, why don't you buy the armored kill, man? Wait, don't you?
I already have it. That's why.
Oh.
Alright, so let's go.
Okay, ready? Let's go. This time I'm gonna actually look at the purple instead of the yellow.
Sorry for parking my car there.
You following me?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I fell.
Wow. You don't want to play that?
I'm coming.
No, I was talking to my...
What did he say?
Because, he was trying on my computer. Oh wait, take a left. Right. Okay. Sorry.
Were you following the yellow?
No, I'm following the purple right now. What did you do?
Can't get nothing past me. Dirty like the backseat. Had a question to ask me. Nigga, you need to hurry up. You're supposed to be in front of me. You need to be in front of me. Hurry up. Just full throttle. Yeah, just full throttle.
Following purple. Want me to slow down? I got you.
No, go faster. Oh
I was
my.
closing my door,
Yeah,
Look
just
at the moon.
stay in front of me. Yeah, what about it?
You know a deer? From
What?
school?
Yeah. No, probably. I don't know.
Ms. Roberts, she called him homo. She said, all of us are homos. And then the deer was like, I'm not gay. And then there was this one gay kid in the class, like everyone looked at him. And then he was like, now he is.
Who?
Matthew.
Oh.
You know Matthew. Everyone.
Yeah. I don't like him. I physically and mentally hate him.
He was wearing pink nails. No, but I'm
Thank
I'm
God
not
I
gonna
wasn't
mess
there.
with him anymore. I'm not gonna mess with him anymore, just because like everyone's starting to mess with him. So I feel like if
He's a
he could
crybaby
blame
and a
me for
snitch.
something- Yeah, but that's the main reason why I don't want to mess with him. Because, and a whole bunch of girls are protecting him, and most of the girls that like they're my friends. And he'll
Wait,
probably
say again?
"Oh, most of those girls that he hangs out with are my friends."
I hate Matthew.
kinda
Just
pisses me
I wish.
off.
I think he's just pulling a gay act so he could get into the girls' locker room.
Yo, tell me how Barack Obama did that.
Who?
Barack Obama, he let Barack Obama, he let a man into the women's bathroom.
Why?
I don't know. Why don't you ask him?
Alright, hold on. Let me call him real quick. Oh, we were going the right way.
Yeah. No, before we weren't, were we?
We
Yeah,
were.
we weren't. Oh. Oh, what the heck then? How did we go all the way over there?
We
Back
did
over there?
we did a circle.
Oh. Got any scary stories? Oh,
Alright.
yo, I was watching this video earlier, right?
How am I faster than you?
Right. It was like, I fell down. Did you really just jump off the mountain?
Why does this happen to me? I'm back.
Oh.
I know how to drive a dirt bike.
Video, right?
Uh-huh.
He hacked into the deep web, and there was something called the Monkey's Carnival, or...
I know what it is.
Yeah, you know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I have. That's where I have my assassin's occult. Haven't I told you this? I tell everyone, but yeah, no, don't fucking shoot me. Don't I always tell everyone about the assassin's occult on the deep web, but yet no one believes me.
No, you don't. You liar.
Dude, how do you think I have so much money?
Leave no music
You don't
behind.
have so much
Listen to
money.
your
If you
favorite
did, you would buy me
albums
V-Bucks.
and tracks
Okay.
anywhere, anytime. Upgrade
You
to
won't.
SoundCloud,
I will.
Give me a $20 gift card.
$20 gift card.
Whatever.
$25.
Yep.
Okay. What's the occasion? Wait, I think since we turned traffic off. Oh no.
Yeah, I just wanna be the greatest. Everybody knows my name, shit. I'ma have this whole fucking game list.
Yeah, there's no.
I'm gonna turn. Want? You just want to win this game, so then I
Yeah.
can turn traffic on. Okay. Well, Jonathan, come here. Yeah, doing tricks. Alright, so look, you pretty much deliver all the bags. Wait a minute,
yeah.
I just realized I have to.
Are you being for real about giving me that $20 gift card? Because I don't believe you.
What's the occasion though?
Like I just said, proving that you actually have a lot of money.
Okay.
Because of that.
You know, I'm probably just gonna like show it to you instead of giving it to you, due to the fact that, you know. Wanna play the other one? Do you wanna play the other one instead of this one?
Yeah, I like the other one better.
Alright.
Are you gonna leave it? There's no bags over here.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that the bag. Yeah.
Just leave it.
Oh yeah, sure. There. It ended, right?
Yeah. Oh no, it didn't. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm host. It's supposed to end, and it's supposed to have 2 people to GTA Online. First Neon. It's the only matter of time. First off, took an electric car maker, and they made quite an entrance.
Do you want me to invite you to that one?
Nah, I got it. I'll be right back.
You, Jaden.
So, Jonathan,
What?
we're gonna play Fortnite soon. Not like right now, but soon.
Jaden, I want you to hop on with me.
Because my little sister wants me to play Fortnite with her.
Yay! I'm just playing with a random.
Okay, hurry up.
Okay. Hey, hold up. I have to play. I'm playing for my little sister in Fortnite.
You better get me
So you're
that
not gonna
win.
play GTA?
I am. I'm like just get.
You better not die, random.
I heard that there was a hole. Yep, it's right here. Just like stay in this little corner the whole game and no one will find you.
What if the circle goes right at me?
Oh, then run. Alright, I'm inviting you now. You can hear me when I talk with my music all the way up, right? Barely? Shit.
This ain't fair. Yeah, she got me feeling away. It's even better. Starts to play around only for a minute. She be flirting back and down, feeling
Someone killed me while I was inviting you.
another round, never reach my limit. Think she got
Nah, I want you to join my game really quick.
me upside down again. Just like a rolling coaster,
Join through party.
never want it over now. And again, you got
Yeah, get fucking murdered.
It says that I'm already
In my game. Yeah, you're already in my game. Drive to me.
What do I do?
Drive to me.
Wait, why?
Cause there's a faggot trying to kill me. I can't if I'm constantly being shot, you know.
Okay, then
You better hurry your bitch ass up. Oh my god, I can't even move! Cause this fucking faggot thinks he's good when I'm trying to do something. Like not even fighting in my menu and he's trying to shoot me. Huh? You think you're all that? Huh? You think you're all that? Huh? Of course. I'ma fucking destroy this guy. Dark Veil. And he runs like a pussy. Gonna keep running? He's running.
do I put it to all points? The end conditions?
What? No, I'm inviting you.
I'm inviting you. What are you doing?
I'm already in the lobby.
Two.
No, like I'm physically actually like waiting for you to join.
But you never invited me. That's okay.
I wanna say something. Yeah.
Oh crap! I just invited
Let's go.
everyone.
Yeah, I don't know where she came from, but goddamn, I wanna say something. She a dime, wanna make her mine. Heard through the grapevine, she a great time. Yeah, it should be a goddamn crime to look that damn fine. Gotta lock her up and throw away the key, or you could lock her up and give the key to me. Take it down.
Kick everyone else who's not supposed to be in with us. Just start it.
Grand floor, I just wanna go with next floor and next floor. Baby,
Start it.
I want more, gotta stay like a rock star. A rock star, yeah, that shit is looking rock hard. Yeah, rock hard, I will put her on the roster. The roster, she keeps on getting hotter and hotter. Ooh, baby, let's go. She doesn't take it slow. She's putting on a show. She's acting like a pro.
No, we need another person.
She doesn't take it slow. She's putting on a show.
Let's see if I can invite my cousin.
Like a pro. Baby, let's go.
Ow. Hungry, 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 hungry.
Oh, she looking straight from the city. Oh man, she looking so pretty. Goddamn, I'd like to get busy. Yeah, so baby girl, come with me. Yeah,
And I'm about to die.
yeah. Wanna stay up all night, oh. Yeah, wanna get it all right, oh. Yeah, now she wanna spend so she got a fine ass body with her head on straight. And she looks a little naughty, but that's a-okay. Now I wanna get a drink, just you and me. I don't really wanna think, I just wanna be. She giving third-degree burns, man, I think I need a doctor. Gotta be concerned, cause she got me out of doctor. Everything she learned, didn't get it from a doctor. Man, you think I learned, but she turns into a monster.
I'm gonna go get the car now.
She's putting on a show. She's acting like a pro. Oh, baby, let's go. She doesn't take it slow.
Fuck.
She's putting on a show. She's acting like a pro. Oh, baby, let's go.
Oh yeah. So then we can rob all the stores.
There's a the truck to my left. Okay.
Did you shoot this truck?
No, I
I'm working, I wanna be great, yeah. Working, I wanna be paid, yeah. Every decision I made, yeah. I ain't never been afraid, nah. I'm always trying new things, yeah. That's how you grow and succeed.
Fuck!
Yeah, man, you just gotta believe, yeah. So listen up while I proceed, yeah. Want a couple $100 grand, yeah. Got a couple hundred plans, like, yeah.
They pulled me out the truck.
Fans, like, yeah. I don't do it for the gram, no. Do it for the gram, no. Do it for the gram, no, yeah. I don't do it for the camera,
Coming.
do it cause I love it, do it cause I want it. I can never get enough, yeah. Don't judge so quickly. Yeah, we all been guilty.
Hey, wait, let's get the bikes. Let's get the bikes.
Just keep your head down. I've been making tracks so I feel okay. I've been making tracks so
Fuck, make it.
go insane. Every single week it resets my brain. I will never retreat from doing my thing.
I was in the water.
Don't judge me cause I play the game. Understand art always has to change. I do not wanna be put in a box.
Why are we following the yellow?
I want my music to finally take
Yes, I did.
You hate on me, you don't know me at all. Keep my head down, I don't have no regrets. Everybody gets so crazy upset. Sometimes it's better to think and reset. You never
Need a better car.
Don't judge so quickly.
I want a bike.
And this life's real tricky. Just keep your head down with me. I wanna party like Gatsby. I want a girl call me Daddy. I want a personal Caddy driving me all around Cali. I want a place in the valley. I want a hook that is catchy. I want my life to be classy. Man, I just wanna be high. I've been like rolling, they loving my stuff. I've been like going and plays in the club. I keep on growing, they see me come up. I keep on showing them why they in love. Nobody knowing just how we came up. If we keep going, we're blowing it up. We keep on rolling, it's never enough. We in the zone, yeah, they falling for us. Yeah. Don't judge so quickly. Yeah, we all been guilty.
just follow me.
And this life's real tricky. Just keep your head down with me.
Here, I got you. Stop shooting.
Leave no music behind.
You wanted this
Listen
car?
to your
Get in
favorite
the truck.
playlists, albums, and tracks anywhere, anytime. Upgrade to SoundCloud Go to get offline listening.
Okay, I saw
Start your free trial today.
His tires good.
it. Yeah, that's alright. I have good aim, bro. Oh, what the heck? The tractor's tires on it.
I popped them on accident with the truck.
Let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the burst that I wanna be better, not worse, man, it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words, and I put them all together in a circle, cause I wanna have worth. Working hella hard till they put me in the dirt. Gonna go far, man, listen to my words. Gonna be a star, man, life's like a blur when you're working this hard.
Shoot the guy.
Yeah, I ain't taking up that seat, I'm passing. Anybody else who is bluffing, I'm nasty.
Wow, the tire popped.
They cannot compare, they can't match me, I'm at half speed.
Oh, it's red.
She laughing and dancing. Ain't on my butt, she asking to crash with me. Smash with me, she said that she wants cash money.
Four-wheeler gang.
Sleep,
Look at it.
I
Huh.
wonder, I'm cold inside. Give all I have just to feel alive. I fight to live, I fight to strive.
Just follow
One
me.
day
We're going to the store.
I want the
Whole world in separate hand. I got a plan. There's a plan. There's a plan. There's a plan better than.
anybody else who tests me, I'm ready. Looking at my hand and it's steady. I'm trending, ascending and
Fuck!
blending.
I always crash into poles.
I'm spreading and getting right
Keep going. Keep going.
now, yeah, they hear me back. All the crowds ripping the sound. I'm hitting the ground, running up and coming. Ain't nothing, yeah, rookie of the year. I'ma keep it 100, cold-blooded, no budget. From nothing to something, I ain't bluffing. I got a full hand and a full plan. I ain't gonna
Tell me why I lost 10,000.
every single drop got me feeling awesome.
I'll give you a dollar. I'll give you a dollar. I'll give you a dollar.
What?
I'll give you a dollar if you can go to the store.
What?
I'll give you a dollar if you can go to the store for me.
No.
Prove it.
I'm not going to no store right now. My little cousin wanted me to go to the store for him when I had to babysit my little sister at the same time. I could have gone goat karting with my brothers and my cousins, but you know, I'm stuck on babysitting duty. Go. Go.
Let's go.
They love me, you can't touch me, no, can't trust me. I'm too lucky, look at me, look at you, what you say, what you do, baby, please think it through.
Yeah.
MVP on my crew, Nike on my shoes, might be sick.
Ah, wheelie failed.
Feeling loose, if I want it, then I have it. Got it.
I lost the whole entire front to my car.
Just like I planned it, I'll be damn rich. Have a chef in the bag, make a sandwich. So she got it I just want it baby we could you just gotta fuck I could be your man, paying for your tent, I'm your biggest fan, you said this your jet.
Ah, stop doing wheelies.
Oh yeah, I'm living up life like a baller. I'm living like white, like I'm Walter. She always told me I
Fuck up every time my four-wheeler keep driving. Keep driving.
in the back if she let me. And take your time, baby, get me ready. I want you looking fine, looking sexy. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I be turning up. Got no ID, but she good as
Why? Why, game?
said she couldn't touch. All she wants to do is kiss and hug. I could go all day. I'ma do my thing. I'ma stay ballin'. Like it's my driveway. I'ma go all in. Party like Friday. I'ma take this day. Turn it to my
Hydra, what?
oh, she love me. Sipping bubbly. Champagne.
Oh, the car that sounds like a Hydra.
It ain't nothing. Dropping money. Okay, getting lucky. Oh yeah, I'm living up
Incoming.
like a baller. I'm living
What?
like white, like I'm Walter. She always told me
Oh.
I never call her. Oh yeah, I'm living this life like a baller. You can catch me in the studio, yeah, and you'll hear me on the radio, yeah. You'll hear me through your stereo, yeah. While I'm looking for my cameo, she's texting me.
Is the military base this way? Okay.
Texting me, yeah, she's texting me. I just let it be, I'ma let you see. Since I was 17, welcome to the team. Oh, yeah. I deal in bulk like I'm Costco, yeah. I got this shit on lock, though, yeah. Invest my money in my stock, oh, yeah. So I'm going around the clock, yeah. She like that, wanna try that, wanna bite that. She got a nice look, treat her right, yeah. She's sipping white, yeah. We go all night till we see the sunlight, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm living up life like a baller. I'm living like white, like I'm Walter. She always told me I never call her. Oh yeah, I'm living this.
Fuck, you fucked me up.
Sorry.
Here, just to make things easier.
Oh my god, I did it.
Are you not one to give second chance?
Move!
You only got one life, take advantage. No, I will not sit by.
So how do you like my little thing?
You cannot stop my drive, I command it.
I found this out the last time we played.
Put up a fight, I will never lose.
Yeah.
I know
Remember I
You
said
just like messing around and then
No, I saw it. I'm like, I know what to do here, so I just got in. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you I got in and I told you I wasn't gonna show you the way until next game? Is there another truck? Is there another one? Break through the fence over here.
are you recording still?
Yeah. My cousin invited me to a party. You want to join? Yeah, I bet. Okay, you do that. I'm gonna invite him. Hold on, let me on the back.
Down, I had a taste of my mouth and now I wanna
Alright, go.
crown. I will fight for everything. I will fight to reach my dreams. I will die or I'll succeed. To me, this life means everything.
Yeah.
Then go capture it. Be the thing, get after it. Bleed because you're passionate. Cause talent's just the half of it. I'm sick of being average.
Go slow, like slow.
Status. I don't sit back, I attack it. And I'll work until I have it, yeah. If I want it, then I'll get it somehow. Want it, then I'll get it, no doubt. Cause I will never let me down. No, I will never let me go.
Wait, I got this guy. It was probably a player's.
Yeah, it's because that was a dungeon and someone ordered it. Yeah.
That's why it was Chrome. Wait, I'm hopping in with you.
You can't, you're just gonna kick me out.
Drive.
No, they don't work.
Leave that music.
Hop on.
Listen to your favorite playlists,
No, it's okay,
albums,
I'll
and
just
tracks
check it.
anywhere, anytime.
Oh.
Upgrade to SoundCloud Go to get offline listening. Start your free trial today.
I don't know, bro, it's not in there, go!
Alright, plan A.
Guess what? I was playing and I killed someone with what's it called? With the rocket launcher. They killed me with the rocket launcher.
You just need to be as talented as me. See?
She wants to play it like that. Look her in the eyes, she's looking right back. Feel the heat rise with the right contact. She's playing with her hair, so
Let's go.
Yeah, I can feel the beat now. All I wanna do is get her out of the crowd. And on the dance floor with the bass so loud. Making my move through.
Let's go. Let's go. No. I already know. We were gonna go murder all the zombies. No, it's fun. We get mad RP from it too. Yes, we do. No, not in the car.
So we hit the dance floor, body on now, wanna
Yeah,
go bit more. So you find every little rap more, and I lose track of time, we don't care anymore. Yeah, feel the beat right now, dance all alone in the middle of a crowd. Drinking alcohol like we in another crowd, like yellow like yo, take a shot right now. Shots, go on, hot, and then I got caught, you never hot fire. I just wanna hot fire next to a nice car. Can't stop us, no, we don't take it slow, we put on a show, she gets real low. Drinks start to flow, we keep in this house, we won't leave alone, we don't sleep.
I'm so confused. You think you're going there faster than me, but yeah, I'm already here. Die! Die! I have a feeling they're gonna glitch up here.
Why would you throw a missile?
Oh!
Yo, go in first person.
No.
way easier to fly it.
I don't care.
You're cool, shut up.
I remember getting too drunk with my best friends.
I haven't even succeeded on what I want to do.
I remember drinking all nights on the weekends. I remember wishing this night would never end. I remember teaching her to many.
Fuck my cousin.
That's what's up. First date, getting drunk. Second date, I fell in love. I can never get enough. Life can get a little tough.
Die!
Good stuff.
Son of a bitch.
Some whiskey with a girl who's feeling frisky, and my world is spinning tipsy. Man, this alcohol just hit me, baby. Are you coming with me? Take a shot and let's get busy. Got the whole damn night. Let's do something hella risky. I just wanna make a memory. She don't wanna ever leave. Wanna leave a legacy. We're sipping on the balcony. I'm mixing like it's alchemy. I'm fixed on her anatomy. We're living life lavishly. We live it like a fantasy. Sometimes I drink too much. Sometimes I get too drunk. But every time I wake up, I think to myself I love being hungover. Sometimes I drink too much. Sometimes I get too drunk. But every time I wake up, I think to myself I love being hungover.
Wait, what? That was you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Having good times, don't care what they say. I'ma stay on my own line. I can almost taste every place we were drunk down. You cannot replace all these days, those were good times. Oh God, you drive them crazy every time they see you, baby. Looking fine and like a lady, like a dime you got them chasing. By the sound their hearts are racing, so I told myself the statement: if you want it, then go take it. Make a move and don't be never had a doubt that I wanted to be famous. Never had a doubt that I wanted to be ageless. Never had a doubt that I wanna make changes. Never had a doubt that I wanna go places. Life is all about taking risks, taking chances. Life is all about who you with and romancing. Life is all about everything that you make it. That's what it's about. Drink it up and get wasted.
Oh crap, I have to return to Los Santos.
Why?
3, 2, oh, hold on, let's go.
But every time I wake up, I think to myself,
What?
I love being hungover.
It's like a living room.
Sometimes I drink too much. Sometimes I get too drunk. But every time I wake up, I think to myself, I love being hungover.
Can you see me? Where are you?
I'm on the floor fighting.
Oh, there you are. You're about to see me fly by. Oh wait, can I try to do something? I really wanted to see if this works. Can you come over here?
You didn't stick the landing.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, then you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do.
You could go to the city. I'll stay here murdering.
Millions, they fucking your vision, but no, you can't listen. That shit is all
Okay,
fishing, cause you hold the power as long as you're trying to make it.
Jonathan, do you want to fight? Like actual character fight. See who's better, cause it's unlimited XP if we fight each other. Come towards me.
Wait, let me deposit my money first.
Yeah, do that. I deal with you straight, man. There's too many people. Not that great, man. Stop what you're saying. Stop what you're making. Everybody knows that you're faking. No, I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it anymore. Damn it. Anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door. Oh, you poor ass here with your heads in the clouds. Where are you? No. Fist fight me, Jonathan. Where are you? Come on, Jonathan. Oh.
Who wants this?
Put your gun away.
Get away from me first. This is a fist fight, right?
Yeah.
How is it fair? You have more health than me.
Oh, you're using brass knuckles, you bitch.
No, I'm not.
I see them on your character, and I heard it when you fucking punched me.
I never even punched you.
Leave no music behind. Listen to your favorite playlists, albums, and tracks anywhere, anytime.
I'm farming.
Upgrade to SoundCloud Go to get offline.
Oh, sorry.
listening.
I didn't know that was...
Start your free trial.
Behind you.
Where?
Behind you.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, I'm coming. Okay, get ready to fight.
She says that she loves me. She just wants to fuck.
Knock all the zombies out though.
Got me feeling nothing. Alcoholic junkie. Says she thinks I'm funny. Think I might get lucky. Spending too much money. She says she wants my necklace. Put her on the guest list. Hope I don't regret this. Hope I don't regret this. I'm feeling hella reckless. Cashing all my checks, rich. Dickies on my neck, shit. She's on the offensive. I do not know my set list. Still I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I have a death wish. Live until I'm breathless. My mistake regrets.
I was no scoping.
Life is so expensive. Do everything excessive. I think my brain's effective.
I was no scoping.
Can't think when she's aggressive.
You liar! I just looked
She's
back.
stuck into my section. Yeah. You think I learned my
I was no scoping.
yeah. And we ain't getting no
Okay, but it has to be. It cannot be
These
automatic.
girls don't even know me.
This isn't automatic.
Like Drake, I'm getting trophies. You want it, girl, then show me. Yeah. And we ain't getting no sleep. These girls don't even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting.
You were scoping.
Girl, then show me. 'Cause we
No,
ain't
it
getting
wasn't.
no
I
sleep.
swear to you, I wasn't.
Oh, we ain't getting no
How can I
sleep.
move and scope so quick?
She's sitting up in the front of the class, using that ass, she gonna pass, keeping her pad and her pen in her lap. She been so bad with the men in her past, now she just want the professor so
You're
bad.
scoping.
I'll give her lessons.
No, I'm not. I swear.
Taking her freshman and teaching her math. I'll keep
Yo,
her
how
guessing
can I
until
teach
she
you
regrets.
what?
Always leaves them guessing. They don't know what's next, man. Learned it from the best, man. She loving every lesson with hands-on sessions. Points for attendance.
Are you in first person?
Questions I answer with
Yeah,
my presence. I sit back.
That's how you're no scoping.
She wants to
just
get
kidding.
it.
Wait,
Said she'll
wait,
bring her
what the
best
heck?
friend. Know what
No
happened
one said
next,
that
man. You know
that.
what happened next, man. Treat her like
Go into first person. It's easier to scope.
best, man. She
I mean, no scope.
passion. Yeah. She wanna stay for a minute.
The no scopes
She
are
wanna play for a
hard.
minute.
No, they're not.
Minute.
You say
And I'm
hard?
all up in it. I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back in a minute. Make a track in a minute. And I'm all up in it. No sleep.
Definitely.
These girls don't even know me.
It's difficult in
Like I'm
third
getting
person.
trophies.
Now I know you're scoping.
You want it, girl, then show
not.
me. Yeah. And we ain't getting no
Like,
John-
do like
These
that,
girls don't
see?
even know me. Like Drake, I'm getting
Like,
Jonathan
Girl, then
Cruz.
show me, 'cause we ain't getting no sleep.
Jaden.
Yeah. We ain't getting no
I can look up your last name right now.
You were scoping.
No, I wasn't.
Where's your
Look up
proof?
Your last name right now. My proof is that I'm not how can I not scope you that good?
She just wants to play.
Because you're
I'm not
using
even
an
a good
AR.
sniper.
I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have. I can feel the butterflies.
You 100% scoping, bro.
I swear to you.
You're scoping. Yes, you are.
She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have. Got a body and she naughty, never want her off me. Hot like wasabi, hot like some coffee. We drink like a hobby, like to get sloppy. We ain't never stopping. I just wanna drink with this girl all day. I don't wanna think, I just want to play. Keep me underneath the sheets while we sleep all day. I just wanna feed everything I crave. I recall the first day that I met you. How could I forget you? No, I don't regret you. Hope I don't upset you. I miss laying in bed too. Your head up on my chest, you never second guess, boo. Sipping on some liquor.
Fucking scoper. Yes, you did. It even says it.
It says snipe.
It says scope.
No, it doesn't. For me, it doesn't.
We make it or we break it off and hate it. Getting faded, getting naked. Every time I feel impatient, and sometimes I can't escape it. I just wanna feel you shaping like my dreams. I can't sit back. I have to chase
You're
them.
using it on
She
an
just wants to flirt,
automatic.
so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me.
Yeah, sure. That's why you're using it right now. You're using an automatic, and it says you scoped me again.
Yeah, okay, shoot me. Watch, it's gonna say you scoped me when you did it. Watch, hold it.
Stop moving.
Don't scope me.
I am.
Your no scoping skills are bad. Hurry up.
I'm shooting you.
Yeah, because you're not using the automatic one.
Yeah. You won this round. Then what the fuck was the time? You're using an AR. They didn't have it.
Keep on moving forward, always getting closer, marching till it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward, always getting closer, I'm marching till it's over, and just like a soldier, I keep moving forward, always getting closer, I'm marching till it's over. Ridiculous and limitless, while others out there spitting shit got hits up on the charts and said, I see why other artists quit, cause people don't reward your shit, they love to hate but hate to live. Society is swing and miss, and honestly I get it, promise me you won't regret it, wasting energy, forget it, don't look back and wanna get it, bite the bullet just a bit, bite your tongue and don't say shit, make your actions hard to miss, be a legend not a myth, yeah. It's obnoxious that I'm conscious, rapping honest as promise, try to harness, as an artist stay modest, it's a long quest, I will not quit till 10,000 people going off.
Bro, you'll never get me.
Hello?
Bro, you'll never get me.
I'm gonna go play baseball. Can you leave the game?
Why?
Because I'm gonna play baseball.
Oh, you going outside?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, let me finish the game.
Let me get the points.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Just leave your system on. No, you freaking idiot! My kill streak! Okay, look. Leave your system on and turn your TV off so then I could get this kill streak stuff and I can level up.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the party though, so invite me back to the party when you're back.
Leave no music behind. Listen to your favorite playlists, albums, and tracks anywhere, anytime. Upgrade to SoundCloud Go to get offline listening. Start your free trial today.
I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. All the crowd will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time, but you all love me. Find me at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. Put my money where my mouth is, I'ma get it now, kid. Heard around town, this sound is astounding. Feel my heart pounding, bass is surrounded. Think I finally found it, so I'm gonna mount it. Like an ex-girlfriend, I'ma get it back. Make a couple wrecks as I make a couple tracks. Stay on the attack as I'm writing every rap. In a snapback, black top is coach and it's jack. Man, I feel good, dog, I feel good. Woke up a little richer, also with a little wood. If I could teach this shit, man, really wish I could. So listen up closely, I'll give you a push. I raise hell every time my lyrics pop off. I take shots at the haters with a sawed off. So you better keep me up or I'll nod off. One shot, all I got, I will not stop. There ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. All the crowd will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time, but you all love me. Find me at my prime, right where I wanna be.
Hello?
Can you go into my room?
Uh-huh.
Go to my room.
Yeah.
Going right now.
Hey Dion. He's been trying to kick me all day. Dion, your lobby's full. So much for not kicking me.
I never kicked you.
No, Jay kicked me.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
Because I want you.
That's tough.
Yeah, I'm doing better for you. Join Coverage yet?
Are you sure Tyler's not gonna kick me?
No, you should have won when I'm trying to get on my mic. Get your move on.
It says it no longer exists. Invite me.
Alright, I'll hang up.
Okay, you're gonna invite me. Wait, what? Come on, grab me friends and come to very distant lands. With Dion the Reaper and Jaden the Raptor, the fun will never end. It's Fortnite time.
I don't listen to the haters, man, I treat them like the enemy. Had a couple traders, man, but now they know the penalty. I tell them, see you later, man, I do not need this jealousy. I got no time for failure, man, I wanna leave a legacy. I lock in, I'm sold out, pop up for the whole crowd. I got this, I roll out, I promise, I roll out. I'm all in, here I go now, call in, you roll out. Hey, lock this, I'm throw down, but nah, this is not throw down.
And we'll make it all today. That's all we'll say. Don't listen to the hate, nah. Listen to the hate, nah. The hate, nah. And we gon' make it all today. All we'll say. Don't listen to the hate, nah. Listen to the hate, nah. Dion, invite me.
1 second.
Oh, okay. You do your setup. Huh, I knew you wasn't gonna hit me with the gun. Get up. It's glitched. Wait, Dion, check the impound. Dion. You gonna sing the theme song? Okay. I'm getting the song right now.
When you feel like you're nothing, but you wanna be something. Yeah. All you really need is hope. I just want you to trust me if you wanna be something. That's right. Let's go. Yeah, when you're feeling down and you're out, like you got nothing but doubt. You're alone in the crowd, just trying to figure it out. All that is bad, and this money got you feeling.
Yeah, it's loading.
I don't have a Bluetooth controller. No.
Yeah?
I landed at Pleasant Park.
What? Of course there's some random that's trying to kill me.
I'm muting the gay kid. That's broadcasting because he's there.
Yeah, look who's talking. Yeah? I sent you guys the pictures.
Yeah.
Did you get them?
I didn't get the one for my.
For who?
No, send it again.
Send them again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Fuck. Where did... It's very different lands. Would... Raven... Dion the Raven and Jaden the Human. It's motherfucker. So I should be there. Of course. I have to send something to Joanne real quick. You know, Tyler's gay, guys. So is Jay. Okay. What? Did this kid leave the lobby? There he is. In a fucking mess. Why aren't you dead yet? Leave me alone, leave me alone. Alright, Dion, time for the song. Of course this guy's gonna use a sniper rifle. Why did I hear him? I sent them twice.
No, I don't need that one. I need boo-boos.
That was Boo Boo's. I sent his.
I haven't received it.
Oh, here, let me try again.
Go outside,
Uh-huh.
your reception, and send it again.
Okay. quite quiet. Dion? Oh, I had a feeling they tried to kick me out the party while I was gone. My feeling never lies. I'm putting on the theme song right now. Hopefully this is the right one. Do I put like theme song or? Huh? What? What? No, it's not. What's wrong with my mic? It's playing. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? Yeah, that's definitely not my mic then. I'm so confused on what the sound is. Wait, is that just the Adventure Time monologue I'm putting on?
Friends will go to very distant lands. Take the cabin from the human forever and adventure.
Is that better? I don't know, I just put on sound. Fucking son of a bitch.
Adventure time, come on, grab your friends, go to very distant lands. Take the caterpillar, fin the flower, the fun will never end. It's adventure time.
Here, I think I got it.
Adventure time, come on, grab your friends, go to very distant lands. Take the dog and the fun will never end. It's adventure time. From the hills, funny guy, there's no adventure you wouldn't try. Mathematically kicking butt as he pals around with his faithful mind. Jake the dog can change his face, he's a macho man who can fly through space. The lady's bound but not forlorn with his Korean girlfriend, Raven Corn. Adventure time, come on, grab your friends, go to very distant land. Take the dog and stand the human, the fun will never end. Adventure time. All the princesses cross the land, Bubblegum is there at hand. Phil and Jake are having fun, she helps them out with their science joke. Marceline is a vampire queen, she's 1,000 years old and really mean. She plays an action, basically other and travel to very fun.
Alright, what did you say, Jack? I like blue things on my paper, though. Hey, what do you think, Tyler? Wait, when you put that in form, was that I want to obtain it? I actually you obtain it. You want to put the link Tyler?
Why is parachute charge?
You were raising high with that new potato. What about when you put two with that new potato? When Tyler put raising on it, put two with that new potato. Damn. I feel like because you put the egg somewhere around the fire and you put the fire.
Where's the military base located?
Give me that. Yep, platinum, baby.
Invite me.
Well, when you start private session, you should get on. You should get on your personal around. You're kind of gay.
Dion, wanna hear scary stories?
Huh?
Scary stories.
No, not. Oh, you let Jerry come home? Did you say scary or gay?
Scary!
No, why always the scary stories?
For fun.
Okay.
Alright, so to all the viewers out there, I'm putting on Mr. Nightmare. Hopefully it's not, he won't copyright me for this. Amusement park stories. I think there's 3 or 4. I'm getting a Hydra.
Hello. What can I do for you? There you go.
Oh my, no way.
Two of my closest friends, Trevor and Kevin, always loved to go on late-night adventures. I have so many fond memories going on creepy midnight exploration sessions with them, but I have some not-so-great ones as well. However, the worst experience was the night we went to Joyland Amusement Park in Kansas, an abandoned park surrounded by a somewhat typical suburban area. We lived only 10 minutes away from the park, so we figured it would be our next late-night destination. We always brought our Phoenix flashlights, backpacks, and boots whenever we went to places like this. Today, mostly everything in Joyland Amusement Park has been torn down, but this was back in like 2011 or 2012, and at that time, most of the buildings and rides were still standing. We pulled up on a side road next to the parking lot since it seemed a lot less sketchy than pulling up into the parking lot itself. Then we figured we should just pull up onto the grass next to the woods by the park, because God forbid if a cop would drive down the road. Kevin led the way, while Trevor and I followed behind, talking to each other, sometimes joking about how much more eager Kevin was to move ahead than we were. We kept our voices low, however, because we never knew if there might still be security in places like this. All the carnival shacks that once held concessions and games had now been ransacked, trashed with cans and bottles, and sprayed with graffiti. It was basically the scene that you would expect to see in an amusement park that had been abandoned for years. Even though the park was surrounded by suburbs, it was kind of encased in by woods in almost all directions. So instead of late-night traffic, all we heard were crickets and other night creatures. It added to the experience because, to be honest, all three of us in a certain way liked being freaked out. We walked into another carnival game stand. This one with the paintings at top still not completely worn away or graffitied over. It had some smiling cartoon character holding a dart gun, so I'm guessing it was some kind of target hitting game. Now it was just rubble and litter on the ground.
You do it without dying?
The sound of a glass bottle breaking not too far away. When we turned in that direction, it became clear it definitely came from the bigger-looking building. Perplexed and kind of shaken, the three of us went in that direction. We stopped probably 2/3 of the way there, when we saw someone standing in the corner of what was once called the Wacky Shack attraction. The person was legitimately just standing facing the corner wall of the entrance. I whispered at my friends to back away slowly. There was clearly something wrong with this person, and we didn't want them to hear us. We backed away, trying to avoid making any noise. It was almost like something out of a cliche horror movie when either Kevin or Trevor stepped on a beer can, which made a really loud crunch. The person standing in the corner turned their head and looked at us, but the speed in which they turned their head was what really scared me. It was almost like a deer. You can now see it was a man. He had a deranged look on his face. The three of us simply walked quickly away.
How the hell?
We didn't run because that would only.
How you gonna shoot me in the sky?
Chase us. We made it to the woods where we would cut through to get to the car. Halfway there, Kevin looks back and mutters, "Oh shit." We look back and see the guy just standing stiff next to a tree in the distance, a few meters away. Running seemed like our only sensible option at this point. It didn't take long before we were at the car. He screamed at Kevin to unlock it as he fumbled for his keys. As we got into the car and looked out the windows, we could all see him again. This time once again standing stiff like a statue, hunched over by the tree line to the woods. Kevin drove off, and Trevor and I screamed out taunts to the man. That didn't mean we weren't still absolutely stiff like a statue, hunched over by the tree line to the woods. Kevin drove off, and Trevor and I screamed out taunts to the man. That didn't mean we weren't still absolutely shaken permanently. It's scary to think that none of us ever actually saw that weird man move. He seemed to always be standing still whenever we saw him.
Weeping angel.
I was taking my family on a road trip to South Florida. It was a long 2-day drive, and I could tell my kids were getting restless. I saw a sign for an amusement park zoom by on the parkway, so I figured I'd treat my kids and take them to an amusement park for a couple hours. It was late already anyway, so we were just going to stop at the hotel soon. I figured I might as well. My wife and I followed our 2 kids, Tommy, 7, and Trish, 5. They ran ahead of us to find a ride they wanted to go on. I had to admit, this was one pathetic-looking amusement park. There weren't many other people there. There weren't many attractions either. More than half of what appeared to once be attractions and games were now just empty stands and buildings. As long as the kids were happy though, that's all that really mattered. Tommy was running so far ahead, pointing at one of the rides ahead in the dark. I thought for sure he was pointing to the Ferris wheel, but when he made an unexpected turn left and out of sight, my wife and I screamed for him to come back here immediately. When he didn't come back, I told my wife to wait there with Trish while I ran as fast as I could to chase after Tommy. I couldn't find him anywhere though. My heart began to race. The feeling of losing your small child is a painfully scary feeling that will literally make you feel sick inside. I stood in place looking around in a full 360 motion, breathing heavily, afraid someone might have taken my son. I ran to the nearest worker I could find and gave them my son's description. They called on a loudspeaker for Tommy to come to the front entrance. In the meantime, I still ran all over the place searching for him. I stopped dead in my tracks, and I felt my heart drop when I found him. He was over by a wall of bushes next to a bathroom building. He was talking to someone who was apparently in the bushes. Then it looked like he was pulled into the bushes. I screamed Tommy's name as I took a break for the bushes. There was nobody around to serve as a witness or come and help me. I got to the bushes and heard Tommy talking to someone. I didn't hear the other person's voice though. I pushed my way through the bushes and saw Tommy being pulled. I didn't see by who though. I ran to him and pulled him, but I felt something else on the other side of another layer of bushes pulling him in that direction. But quickly, whatever it was let go, and I pulled Tommy into my arms. I told him to wait there as I pushed my way through more bushes to a small opening surrounded by trees. There was no one in sight. I had no idea how whoever it was could have gotten away that quickly. I still don't. When I got back to my son, I took him back in public eye at the park and put my hands on his shoulders, shaking him as I was asking him who he was walking with. He said he was following some guy named George. He said George was a lot older than him. I took him back to the front entrance of the amusement park and had him describe George to the workers. They said they'd keep a sharp lookout for him, and we promptly left the park. We went straight to a hotel, and the rest of our trip from there was normal, except for the fact that I couldn't get the incident out of my head.
Well, just tell me when you're gonna invite me.
I used to work at a little theme park called Thrillville, USA. No, not the video game. There was an actual amusement park called Thrillville. It was very tiny and secluded though, so don't picture a big place like Six Flags or something in your head. I never enjoyed working there because my shift would always be something different every day, and there was an insane amount of weirdos there. But that's irrelevant. The park closed in 2007, and ever since, I've been from job to job in this shitty country-ass town. One cloudy evening on my own in 2009, I decided it would be fun to go check out what's become of Thrillville, since it had been shut down and abandoned for 2 years at the time. I pulled up to the parking lot, which was of course empty. The grass surrounding the park was now overgrown, and the overgrown grass waved around in the breeze, suggesting an incoming storm. Sneaking in was easy considering it wasn't fenced off or anything, but it was clear some things had already been torn down. Still, at the time, mostly everything was still standing, but it had become so much creepier now. I began to feel tiny rain droplets, but I didn't really care. I was dressed for rain anyway. Walking around the park was creepy, but the first really disturbing thing didn't actually happen until I heard something stutter behind me. To be honest, I couldn't tell if it was a person or an animal, but something was definitely there. I didn't see anything though, so I just pressed onward, choosing to ignore it.
Invite me to
I
your
was snapping constant pictures with my Canon camera that I took along, because for a few months I was kind of into photography. You know, a passing interest. I snapped away at different buildings, the defunct roller coaster, the big old yellow slide that was now covered in mud stains. Then there were the buildings like the bathrooms, the main office, the varying maintenance shacks. I decided I would start with the bathrooms. I don't know why I thought that would be interesting, but I did. I stepped into the men's side of the bathrooms, which was obviously pitch black inside. The lights no longer worked, so I had to turn on the flash on my camera, kind of like that scene from the first Saw movie. I took a picture of the sink and mirror and checked the image quality. The light flash on my camera was very bright, so pictures in the dark always came out clear. Then I heard the slightest little ting sound. It came from the side of the bathroom with the stalls. I called out, "Is someone in here?" There were 2 stalls from what I remember. I went over to the first stall and pushed the stall door open slowly. I aimed my camera into the stall and took the picture. The light revealed nothing but a toilet in the stall. I moved on to the next stall and pushed the door open. With this one, I was having trouble drawing up the nerve to take the picture. It took about 5 seconds before I pressed the button, and the camera light flashed, and in that brief moment of light, I saw a tall figure looming down at me. I shut the stall door and screamed as I ran back outside to the light and to my car. When I got to my car, I checked the picture I captured in that stall. In the picture was a figure, probably 6'3", standing in front of the toilet, but for some reason the face was blurry. I couldn't see any distinguishing features, but it seemed to be a man. As I browsed through some of the other photos, I picked up on something disturbing. In 4 photos out of 10, I found what appeared to be a person hiding somewhere in the distance, but always seemed to be staring at me. In 2 pictures, the person was in the woods. In 2 others, they were behind buildings or rides. I never sent those pictures from my camera onto my computer, but I think they're still on the camera. I just haven't seen it in years. It might be in my attic. If I find it, I'll post them online. But I quite frankly never want to see that picture again.
John, what'd you know?
I want to go kill myself because I need to get this thing right.
This happened 11 years ago, ironically on Halloween night. It was pretty late, close to midnight, so all the kids in the hood had already gone home. Even our neighbors away had stopped playing their corny Halloween you know, the ones with the creaking door sounds and the witch cat. It was just me and my cousin sitting in the living room. Now, my other cousin, who was about 4 years old, had left her doll laying on the floor, face down. It was one of those baby alive dolls or something like that, the ones with the moving eyelids. Hugh had issued that doll the moment it was bought. She did, and said it was creepy. In fact, she struggled down the basement stairs. I had no problems with it, and so it stayed on the floor so my little cousin could pick it up in the morning. It was very quiet for about half an hour, until I heard a loud, rasping shufflance that seemed to be coming from outside. It sounded like a man right outside our window. I turned to Q, who looked back at me. "Did you hear that?" "It's probably the neighbor's taping," she said. She went back to her computer. It wasn't for another minute before we heard the rasping noise again, louder this time. It sounded the man was trying to say something. I got up from the couch at the window. Absolutely no one out there, not even in the street. Our neighbor's house dark. It was as still as any night in our neighborhood. There's nothing there, I said, looking back to Kim. She didn't say anything. I was kind of getting freaked out. Another minute passed, and this thing was whispering. Whispering. I remembered it sounded like a kid and a woman. Q found up from her computer. It's that doll, she said. Of course it was. She was very superstitious. I gave her a skeptic. Let me say this. I don't believe in the normal.
Why are you
went down
inviting him?
and
I'm
picked
already
up
in
the
the
doll.
lobby.
It was her eyes were closed.
Oh.
I forgot to say that it had a voice box thing in it, but it didn't have any batteries. I put it back down. No, it's not. Just leave it alone, I told her. It was silent again. I went back to my seat on the couch. The rasping started again, and I heard the man say something garbled, followed by wheezing. I jumped up from the couch. I was going to see if it was coming from the backyard. Just as I was walking, I noticed that the doll had moved a little. I picked it up again and turned it over.
Sorry. Is this better?
Heavier than before. I dropped it and Q threw it down the basement again. I still have no idea what to think.
Oh, so am I.
As it ever happened, and my little cousin never asked about her doll after that. I saw the doll only one time after that, on the top basement step, laying on its side. This time, I pushed it down the steps.
I'm trying to get a good thing going on here, but I can't.
I was up late reading on a cold night. My bedroom is on the first floor, and I live alone in a relatively quiet and wooded area. For that reason, a lot of my windows didn't have any blinds, since it wasn't as if people driving by
purple
into my house. Plus, I like waking up to the sunlight shining in my bedroom. But this one night made me regret never getting blinds in the bedroom. After finally shutting my reading lamp to get some shut-eye, I had a good 2 minutes of silence before I heard the sound of something hitting the window. It sounded like a single tap from a person's fist. I was facing away from the window and didn't want to turn around. I was used to hearing things like tree branches brush up against the walls and windows, but I distinctly recognized this sound to be a fist hitting glass. The thought that somebody might be outside my window watching me frightened me. The fact that somebody would walk all the way onto my property to my bedroom window. I tried to accept that maybe it was just a tree branch, but a second and single knock at the window confirmed my fear. It was a fist hitting the glass, and somebody was outside my window. I figured that if I just ignored it, they would go away. Maybe it was just some punk trying to mess with me. If they thought I was sleeping, they would get bored. Another knock at the window came, and I desperately tried to just stay still and show no reactions. But when the fourth knock came routinely, I decided enough was enough. I should confront this jerk like a real man. I turned to the window, and just barely caught a glimpse of a black shadow quickly moving under the window. For some reason, actually seeing something at the window killed any courage I had, and I ran to the kitchen phone and called the police. They said they would have an officer over in 10 minutes. When I hung up, I saw something in the corner of my eye. I turned my head and saw somebody standing outside my kitchen window, surely looking at me. Only for a second though, because as soon as I noticed, he took off. Somebody was watching me through all the windows. Then I received a disturbing phone call. It was my neighbor, who also happens to be my best friend. He happened to notice through his window that 3 people dressed in black walked onto my property earlier, one of them with a sharp, shiny object in his hand. This only made me panic even more. I ran upstairs where I knew I couldn't be watched and hid in the bathroom.
Yes.
I heard constant single knocks at the front door downstairs.
Shut up.
No way it was the police. I just prayed they would get there in time, and thankfully, moments after the knocking stopped,
I heard heavy banging at the front door, followed by someone screaming police. It turned out to be the cops, but whoever the three men were already gone into the woods. It might have been more than three, I don't even know. All I know is they were never caught, and that I went out to get blinds the same week. My parents are divorced, and I was living with my dad. I'm an only child, so the only time I was around kids my own age was when I was out making friends with kids on the block. There was this one kid that lived on the corner of my block. His name was Tom. I met him while riding my bike. He strangely invited me over to shoot some hoops with him, so I did. He was a lot older than me. I was 12 and he was 16. I found out after hanging out with him a lot that he was an only child as well, and that he also lived with his dad. At first, I found him very relatable. I gave him my phone number and he would call to hang out. Sometimes he would come over and play video games. But then he started getting weird. He would call non-stop. If I didn't answer, he would begin to leave annoyed messages. He would call 5 or 6 times before coming over and ringing the bell. If my dad wasn't home, I usually didn't answer it. But when he was home, he would force me to hang out with Tom, even though I told him he was creepy. I biked with Tom back down to his house, while pretending to listen to him babble on about stupid shit. This kid would never shut up. I needed to find a way to get him to stop looking for me. Then, for the first time, he invited me into his house. I really didn't want to go in, but it didn't seem I had a choice. The second I walked into the door, the foul, disgusting odor of his house filled my lungs. Clothes were tossed all over the floor, broken glass in one corner of the room, and what looked like coffee stains on the wall. It was the most disgusting place I'd ever seen. And then, a huge, shady-looking man walked out from another room. He looked at me with a very intimidating look. I felt myself backing up away from him, until Tom introduced him as his father. The man just gave me a big grunt and stomped off into another room. It was official. This kid was a fucking creep. I needed to get away from him for good. I decided I didn't even want to be in that house anymore and just made up some excuse to go. I think that I said that I forgot I had a doctor's appointment, and at that moment, his smile slowly faded as an unhappy, if not extremely angry expression crossed his face. He didn't even give me any response. He just looked at me with this unnerving stare. I left in a hurry and ran back down the block to my house. The door was locked, surprisingly. I unlocked it with the key my dad made me carry and found that he wasn't home. I really wanted him to be home. And then I found a little sticky note on the fridge saying he was called into work for a possible storm emergency. So that night before going to sleep, I checked my email for a response from somebody on eBay, but instead I had about 5 new emails, all titled in capital letters, and they were all sent from an email named TomTom20@AOL.com. It was him. I never gave him my email and still have no idea how he got it. One of the emails was titled, "You made a mistake." Another was titled, "I know where you live," and the rest were filled with profanity and threats. I was only 12 and was extremely intimidated by this, so I was ready to call my dad, but as soon as I was heading to the kitchen phone, I heard the sound of rustling bushes outside. I opened the blinds of the window that was facing the bushes, and was greeted by the face of a huge man who I instantly recognized as Tom's dad. I called the police.
And he makes them sound more and he does sound effects too.
When my dad came home early because of this situation, we went on to get a restraining order as soon as possible. Tom and his dad moved out about a month after that.
Yeah, and I'm making my character match.
I've been renting out for several years after they built a new place. I spent a few months alone.
No, I'm not doing Joker.
He asked if I was looking for a roommate. I thought about it for a few days and ended up allowing him to move in. It was a 2-bedroom place with a den and office in the garage. He decided he wanted his own space, as the bedrooms were right next to each other, so he moved his stuff into the office in the garage. And I have to admit, it was a pretty cool setup he had. The only problem, he didn't...
Oh yeah. Guys, make the party 5. One of my friends want to join. He's from school.
We worked different schedules, so I would often leave the house on
Please.
One night, I went to my girlfriend's house for dinner.
Dude, come on. Oh, wait. You can play 8 people.
When I opened the fridge, my beer was gone. I assumed it was my roommate and went into a blind rage. I stormed out into the garage and slammed his bedroom door open. He was sleeping and rolled over. I screamed at him, asking why he drank my beer without asking. He said he didn't touch my beer and rubbed the sleep out of his eyes. Having lived with him for a while, I was pretty good at judging when he was lying. I felt he was telling the truth. My heart sank as I came to the realization that somebody had stolen our beer from the fridge and whatever else. We went back into the house and made sure everything was in its place. The TV was there, all the furniture.
No, he didn't do it yet.
It wasn't until I went into my bedroom and realized my $2,000 laptop was gone that we began to panic. My buddy called the cops and we searched high and low for the beer and laptop, thinking I might have misplaced them. We soon gave up and began to search the yard for whoever had done this. We didn't live alone in this house though. There was a room that had been built on several years after the house was built. My aunt's dying mother spent her last couple of years living there, as it was easy for my aunt and uncle to care for her during her sickness. When she died, they began to rent the room out to a strange woman, before eventually moving out themselves and renting the rest of the house out. The woman remained there until we moved in, and my aunt and uncle had their concerns with her.
No.
They believed she was a drug addict, which became evident to us during our stay there. She behaved erratically, and we would hear strange noises from her end of the house all hours of the night. Her brother moved in several months after we did, which was strange because her place was a one-bedroom suite. We figured he just slept on the couch or something. He was even weirder than her, though. He wouldn't acknowledge me when I pulled up into the driveway while he was sitting having a smoke. Trying to make conversation with the guy was pointless. He basically just stared through your soul. One night he even asked my roommate if he could score him drugs. That night during our search for the burglar, we went out to the garage door, only to find bare footprints in the snow. The footprints led from their suite door to our garage door. We put 2 and 2 together and began banging on their door. We said we knew it was him, and he better answer the door. Someone inside lifted the curtain and made eye contact with me, which to this day still gives me chills. The cops showed up and took down all our information. They scoured the house and found nothing, and no one. We showed them the footprints and explained that the people living in the suite were drug addicts. We gave the officers their names. They ran their names in their cruiser and came back to inform us that the man had a warrant in another province and was convicted of breaking and entering several years back. The cops knocked on their door for several minutes and identified themselves as police officers to no avail. They informed us that because the warrant was from out of province, and technically the man hadn't committed a crime, there was nothing they could do about it. The cops left and it was 1 a.m., so my roommate and I went to bed. The door that connects the 2 weirdos' suite and my part of the house can only be locked from their side of the door. I completely forgot about this before falling asleep. During the night, I heard footsteps outside my door and a few loud bangs. My doorknob began to shake violently. I was barely awake and brushed it off as my roommate. Luckily, I always locked my bedroom door at night. The next morning, I asked my roommate what was so important at 3 a.m. that he would need to try and get in my room. He told me he slept through the night and hadn't even got up to go to the bathroom. My heart sank. I told him what had happened during the night. I've never been more glad that I locked my door at night, due to some silly childhood fear that I've held on to into adulthood. To this day, I wonder what would have happened if I left my bedroom door open and that man got into my room. Needless to say, me and my buddy moved out of that place a few weeks later. It happened on my friend's 21st birthday. We were throwing him a big party filled with alcohol. There were a lot of people I didn't know there. It was just chaotic in the house. There were probably 100 people. But even in all the chaos, I noticed one shady character that stood out. There was an older man sitting in the corner of the room, just kind of watching everybody drinking and dancing. I didn't think much about it at first, assuming it was someone's dad or uncle or something. But as the night died down, and more than half of the guests had already left, the man was still there, by himself in the corner. At that point, I asked one of my friends who that guy was, and he said he had no idea. We decided to wait until most of the guests had left, figuring maybe he would too. And when the last of the guests were gone, we went back into the living room, and surely enough, he was gone. I felt relieved immediately, even though it wasn't even my house. That man just seemed so out of place, and it was downright creepy. Me and a couple of other friends slept over that night. I slept on the couch in the den. Falling asleep was easy with all the alcohol running through my veins, but staying asleep was a problem. I woke up in the middle of the night, feeling insanely thirsty and having to go to the bathroom. I first went to the bathroom since it was closer, and then went up to the kitchen and got a glass of water. When I went back down to the den and laid back down on the couch, I noticed that the sliding door to the coat closet across from the couch had been slightly slit open. It was too dark to see anything else though, like anything inside of it. I felt a chill run down my spine as I remembered the creepy man sitting in the corner. The idea of that man hiding in the closet immediately popped into mind. I continued to lay still, under the assumption that he was watching me through the open door of the closet. I began to plan my escape. I could jump over the other couch and land right next to the stairway upstairs to the living room, but I just had to gather up the courage to do it. Then I saw the closet door slide open a little more, and that's when I got the courage to run for it. I jumped over the couch and ran up the stairs. I could hear the closet door fully slide open and somebody running after me. I screamed at my friends who were on the couches to wake up. All three of my friends that were in the living room woke up and looked at me as if I were crazy. I knew that we now outnumbered him 4-1, so I looked at the stairs and waited, but he never came up. My friends demanded an explanation, so I told them that the creepy man from earlier was hiding in the coat closet, and he almost chased me up the stairs. Just then, we heard the back door from down in the den open up, and we all looked at each other. We called the cops, but the man was...
Yo!
He simply left through the back door.
Come here.
What?
They're not here, they left.
Where?
When I was going to
It's a
college
fun
in
spot.
North Carolina, I started working at a...
Only reason I'm here is because I had to watch the little ones.
Since I was in class during the day, I usually worked the later shifts. One night I was walking to my car. I think it was about 11 or 11:30.
Ew.
As a safety protocol, all the employees left together, and the security guard would watch from the sidewalk to make sure we all got to our cars all right. I was approaching my car when I heard a car pull up behind me. I turned around and there was a woman with her teenage daughter in the passenger seat. She rolled the window down and started giving
Wait, why am I muted?
how they just came into town to visit family and that they're out of gas and have no money. And then asked if they could borrow a few dollars. Car's all right. I was approaching my car when I heard a car pull up behind me. I turned around and there was a woman with her teenage daughter in the passenger seat. She rolled the window down and started giving me a story about how they just came into town to visit family and that they're out of gas and have no money. And then asked if they could borrow a few dollars. I told them the truth, which was that I had no cash on me. I never carried cash. So she just looked at me and asked very hurriedly if I would get into the car with them, go to the gas station, buy them about $10 worth of gas. I mean, obviously I said no, and she asked a few more times. It wasn't until I had said no that I noticed the daughter in the passenger seat had been staring at me the whole time, and she was licking her lips and wringing her fingers. At that point, I bolted back to the store where the security guard was, because they had pulled up behind my car, so I would have been stuck there. I told him what had happened. They started walking to their car, and they sped away. Working the night shift always sucked. I work in an office building and would constantly do the night shift since it was the only time it would work out for me. I was just about always the only person on the floor I worked on, possibly in the whole building. There would always be a kind of eerie feeling to being in such a big building with most of the lights out and absolutely no one around. But on the upside, it was peaceful and less stressful, and I was able to get a lot of work done. There was this one night though. It was a Friday night, around 2 in the morning. I was typing away on my keyboard when I heard a noise from outside my cubicle. It sounded like just a random crack from the walls or something. It's unusual in this building, but I didn't get too concerned about it. I resumed typing away and was once again interrupted by a sound. This time, the sound of a computer starting up. It caught me off guard. I was sure nobody else was working the night shift. I stood up on my chair to get a view over the cubicle walls. The glare of a computer screen in the dark was visible in a cubicle on the opposite side of the room. Then I did something stupid, something I regret. I asked if there was anybody there in a yell, hoping to get an answer from a fellow employee. But instead, I saw the glaring light of the computer monitor across the room turn off, and there was once again nothing but darkness on that side of the room. I started getting nervous. I turned off the lamp and computer screen so that I wouldn't give away my position to whoever that was. I crouched down and tiptoed out across to a nearby cubicle. There was just utter silence. I sat waiting for something to happen for God knows how long, but I eventually decided the coast was clear. I tiptoed down past all the cubicles until I reached the opening near the exit door to the stairs and elevators, and that's when I realized that my fearful suspicion was true. There was a man crouched down behind a plant in the corner of the room, dressed in all black. I felt my heart sink as I noticed him, but it didn't seem like he knew that I noticed him. I turned back to the stairway door. There was no way I was going to wait for the elevator and take a chance. I casually opened the door and closed it behind me, proceeding to walk down the stairs. After making it down about 2 flights of stairs, I heard the door above me push open aggressively, followed by manic, echoing footsteps coming fast down the stairs. I raced down the stairs, running as fast as I could, all while the footsteps above me were getting louder. I finally made it to the first floor, raced through the lobby, and out the front door. Whoever was in there didn't follow me. I immediately called the cops, along with one of my bosses. My boss said no one was scheduled to work except for me. The cops scanned the place from top to bottom. There was no one in there.
Yo, how do you change the color? That's what I forgot to do, the color.
I did continue to do the night shift for about a week after that, with my boss allowing me to lock all possible entrances to the floor, including the elevators. But I still wasn't comfortable with it. So ever since, I've been doing the day shifts. It was 4 a.m. on a Saturday night. I woke up to
where's the color, man?
Sleep on an empty stomach.
It's not letting me paint my car.
I made my way to the kitchen to make a sandwich, but immediately I noticed that the cabinet was open. I'm always super obsessive over closing everything I open, so I couldn't believe that I had done that. I found it more odd than most people would. That's just how I am. Most people would shut the cabinet and forget about it, but I went as far as investigating around the house for any unwanted guests. There was nobody in any of the closets I checked, but when I went down to the den, the back door was wide open. I was certain now that someone had been in my house. I somehow had the balls to step outside and turn on the patio light, and there was somebody sitting in one of the patio chairs.
Hell no.
He looked at me with a blank expression and got up slowly. He looked filthy, almost homeless. His hair was down to his shoulders. He started walking closer to me. I couldn't tell what his intentions were, and I kinda just stood there, almost taking him as harmless. But he suddenly lunged at me, and I barely had time to shut the door and lock it. We stared each other down for 10 seconds through the glass, until I finally realized I should be taking that time to call the cops. I ran to the kitchen to get the phone, and as I was dialing, I noticed when I got back that he was already gone. I still called the cops, but nothing was ever found of the man. This is a very weird story that took place a few months ago. I still live in the same house this happened in. I have an electrical outlet under my bed that I use to charge my phone with. I leave my phone up on the ledge above my bed every night, usually using it as an alarm. However, something strange started happening on a Monday night in February. I woke up to my alarm clock blasting. Only it was still dark out. I looked at my actual alarm clock sitting on my desk. It was 4 in the morning. I wasn't sure if I'd accidentally set a new alarm. The alarm was titled Down. I unset it and went back to sleep, not overthinking it. The next night, I woke up again to the sound of my phone's alarm clock blasting. I saw that the time was 3 in the morning, and the alarm clock title was set to beneath. No way had I set that alarm. I would remember something like that. I figured my brother was playing a joke on me somehow. The next morning, I told my dad to tell him to stop messing with my alarm clock, that it's interrupting my actual sleep on school nights. But he swore on his life that he had never touched it, and I kind of believed him. That night, I put a password on my phone and wrote it on a sticky note just for safekeeping. I hid the sticky note on the wall behind my bed and made sure no extra alarms were set. The only one was set for 8 a.m. I fell asleep, but once again, I woke up to the blasting alarm clock in total darkness. 2 a.m. The alarm was titled, "The." I was a little freaked out now. Something was really wrong with my phone. I was sure someone was hacking into it. The next day I left it off for the whole day in hopes that whoever was messing with it would forget about it. And that night, I used my actual alarm clock on my desk as an alarm instead. I set it to 8 a.m. and went to sleep. But when I woke up, there was once again no sunlight. My alarm clock was off, so I couldn't see the time. It was my phone. It had been moved to the ledge. But the alarm clock sound wasn't the usual marimba. It was some kind of distorted screaming sound.
And that's when you know to get the fuck out the house.
It was 1 in the morning. I was laying there clueless, not knowing what to think. My phone was at 10%, so I reached down under my bed to try and find the charger that's normally plugged into the wall. It was missing. And then, at the worst possible time, I realized exactly what it all meant. The 4 alarm titles formed a sentence. Down, beneath, the bed. I tried to pull my arm away, but it was too late. I felt a hand grab my arm and squeeze tight. I screamed as loud as I could, loud enough for all the neighbors to hear. I heard my parents' bedroom door open and footsteps running over to my room. My door opened and my dad barged in with a baseball bat. He saw that I was being pulled down to the edge of my bed. My dad reached under my bed and grabbed a hold of the man hiding under. He knocked him out with the bat and called the cops. The man clearly didn't plan that out, as he basically trapped himself under my bed. Police told us that he was a registered sex offender who had been arrested 10 times. He's extremely messed up in the head, and clearly gains pleasure from messing with and scaring his victims. It scares me the most that he was in our house, and under my bed, for 4 days. The most horrifying experience that ever happened to me didn't even directly happen to me. I have a friend that I'll call Ty. We would hang out or at least text every day. But there was this one day that he didn't respond to any of my texts or calls. I went over to his house, which was a block away, to see if he was alright. I knocked and rang, but he didn't answer, which was weird because his car was there. I got the feeling he wanted to be left alone. But late that night, I got a FaceTime request from an unknown number. I cautiously answered it with the camera aimed away from my face. A face popped up on the screen, and it was Ty. I felt so relieved and showed my face. When I got a little better look at his face, I noticed he looked different. Like, a lot more tired and, I don't know, paranoid, I guess. And he was also in
You landed in Greasy?
room. I asked him where he was and why he wasn't answering, to which he responded that he was fine and he was at home. I asked him whose phone he was using, and he just took a long pause before answering. He just blankly stared at the camera until finally answering that he was using his uncle's phone. That was really weird, but before I could question him further, he all of a sudden demands that I lend him $10,000 and that he'll pay me back. I can't help but laugh at this until I see that he's serious. More than just serious. His facial expression filled with what looked like worry. I asked him why the hell he needed so much money, and there was once again a huge pause. Him just staring into the camera. He finally says he has to go, and with that, the call ended. It was probably one of the weirdest and most unnerving experiences of my life. I had never seen him act so weird. Something was clearly wrong with him. But it was late, and
The story I'm listening
to
to?
his house tomorrow and talk with him. The next day, first thing in the morning, I went straight over to his house and rang the doorbell about 10 times.
Wait, what?
He didn't answer. I eventually gave it up as a lost cause. If he wanted to act sketchy, that was his problem. But late that night, around the same time, I received another FaceTime call from another unknown number. I answered it, and it was again Ty. But this time, he looked like shit. His hair was a mess. He had a cut on his forehead. He had bags under his eyes. I didn't understand what the hell was wrong with him. He wouldn't tell me anything. He just kept demanding $10,000 to be paid to some random address, to which I kept telling him no. And then he said something that still haunts me. He said in a shaky, nervous voice,
What? No.
"Don't point a gun at my back."
No.
It hit me like a bullet as he said this, accompanied with an... He said in a shaky, nervous voice, "Come on, don't point a gun at my back." It hit me like a bullet as he said this, accompanied with an ever so slightly twitch of his left eye, to which I interpreted as a wink. But then, the call ended abruptly, and I can only imagine what was going to happen to him. By some miracle, I remembered the address and sent the cops away. It was an old abandoned house, basically deserted block, miles away from my house. They found Ty in the basement, beaten senseless and barely alive, but they got to him just in time. The sicko that did this to him was already long gone. Ty doesn't like to talk about it, but the most he told me was that he was walking home before everything went black, and he woke up in a dark basement.
Where are you guys? I'm coming. Son of a bitch.
I lived on a farm ranch with my grandparents. My parents kicked me out, and I couldn't afford to rent an apartment, so they let me stay with them for a fraction of the cost. I slept in a bedroom on the first floor. The smell of old people was much more pungent than this one. It was littered with my grandma's religious relics. I had to deal with a giant painting of Jesus staring at me while I slept. Weird things didn't start actually happening until my second week of living there. I got home from my job working at a small corner store in town, and by then it was dark out. While unlocking
How the fuck you gonna try and stop me? You're a civilian.
Out in the crops. I had to assume there was somebody trying to steal my grandpa's produce. I tiptoed closer to get a better look, making sure to stay away from any fallen leaves or anything that could make some noise. There was indeed somebody in the crops, but they were crawling on all fours, as if sneaking around. I could have confronted them, but that might have ended in trouble, so I went back inside to wake my grandpa. He went outside screaming like a madman with his rifle in hand. It was something along the lines of, "If I ever catch you here on my farm, I won't hesitate to blow your brains out." That seemed like more than enough to scare anyone off the property.
Oh, you guys are at the airport.
Sleep. Things got stranger. I woke up and heard laughing outside my window. There was somebody standing there looking into the bedroom. He seemed to notice me as I sat up, and he walked away. I told my grandpa again. This time he was really pissed. He stomped to his closet, pulled out his rifle, and stomped over to the front door, with me right behind him. This time when he opened the door, something immediately grabbed a hold of his leg, causing him to trip. I jumped onto the hostile, taking him down easily as he was already in a crouched position. My grandpa managed to get up, grabbing his gun and pointing it at the guy. I called the sheriff while grandpa had the guy at gunpoint. I suddenly heard a scream while on the phone. It was my grandpa. I dropped the phone almost with tears in my eyes, fearing the worst had happened. I got to the stoop, and Grandpa was on the ground with his hand on his nose. He was bleeding. Someone else had come along, shoved him to the ground, and punched him in the nose before taking off. I wish I'd gone after those sickos with a gun. Who punches an elderly man in the face?
I mean, if you had me at gunpoint, fuck you. Fuck the elderly.
And my grandpa installed a camera system aimed towards the crops. Last month I got home late one night after hanging out with my sister, brother-in-law, and a few of their friends. I walked up to the stoop and saw my mom left a note on the door telling me to take out the garbage cans to the front. I made a point of being really quiet since mostly everyone was asleep by that time. When I got to the side of our house by the garbage cans, I could hear voices coming from our backyard. I took a peek over the top of the fence. There were two people standing by our patio table. I was freaked out. You could understand why. I had to run inside to tell my mom. My dad doesn't live with us, otherwise I would have gotten
I have a facility, dumbass.
Door when we noticed the two people from the backyard coming up the steps.
Yes, I do.
I shoved my mom to the window, basically forcing her to jump out onto the tiny ledge below. I somehow got her to do so, and while hopping out myself, the two intruders entered the room. I only caught the briefest glimpse of them before hopping down to the ledge myself and then down to the grass. Me and my mom booked it to the neighbor's house. 2 weeks later, when we had just started to move past the incident, the sound of the phone ringing at 3 a.m. woke me. It kept ringing non-stop. It didn't go to voicemail. My mom got up after like the 10th ring. We looked at each other and let it be. The phone rang for another good 10 minutes straight, until my mom finally yanked the phone cord out of the modem. We slept with it off that night. I was sure it had something to do with the break-in. Two weird things like that don't happen so close together without them being linked somehow. The next day, my mom got a text message on her phone. It said, "Why didn't you pick up?" This was only a week ago, and we're still shitting ourselves, worrying when the next incident might happen. A 14-year-old girl was asleep in her room on a school night when she apparently woke and remembered that she had homework due the next day that she didn't even start. She flicked her light on and began to work on it. The clock read exactly 1:15 a.m. Over the sound of pencil lead pushing onto the paper, there were faint noises coming from inside the walls. She stopped writing, and the sounds became more clear. It was as if something was being pushed from inside the walls. There was a storage space right next to her bed, with a big square door that comes off the wall to enter. The girl started screaming for her mom, and the noises suddenly became exaggerated, as if something were running in there. The door to the wall popped off, and a figure emerged. The girl's mother and father could hear the screams even through 3 closed doors. When the girl's father came to the room, he found a tall and overweight white man covering the girl's mouth with his hand. The fight was over in a matter of seconds, with a few good punches to the man's gut. 2 pairs of the girl's underwear were found in the man's pocket before he was arrested. Me and my wife were spending the night together in Cedar Beach.
What?
Unfortunately, the place closes at 9:30, and the place was miles from basically anywhere. So we were pretty much stuck with nothing to do at the beach at 9:30 at night. So we just took a walk through the wet sands until 10.
I paid my mechanic 20 for the day.
We didn't see a single person on the whole beach. Then we turned around to head back. About 20 feet into us walking back in the direction we came, we both picked up on something. There were more than 2 pairs of footprints in the sand. Ours were more washed away by then, but there were 2 other sets of footprints that weren't there before. These, a little more recent. They seemed to set off up away from the wet sand where there would be no more footprints. You may think it was just another couple taking a late night stroll, but we hadn't seen anyone for the good mile or 2 we walked, so we were spooked. I used the flashlight app on my iPhone to scan around the nearby dunes. I even went as far as calling out asking if somebody was there. I told my wife to wait there while I headed over to the garbage pails. It seemed like the only place somebody could be hiding. It was clear. I shined the light further down, revealing a tunnel that probably led to a parking lot. I moved closer until I could actually see a little into the tunnel, and as soon as I could, I shut the light off. There were two things in there. I don't even know if I should call them humans, because from what I saw, they looked like hunched, naked creatures huddled in there. They had skin to match that of a medium dark-skinned Caucasian, but with much more flaky, wrinkly skin. I didn't mutter a word. I just stomped through the sand to my wife, pulling her with me as we ran back in the direction of the car. We made it back to the car in about 5 minutes, completely out of breath. We got in the car, and I finally explained what I saw to my wife. She looked at me like I was crazy, and she still does. But can you blame her? I'm sure you're not even taking this seriously. I reported my sighting to the proper authorities the following day, and have been coming back to the beach at night once a week to try and find the creatures once more. I work as a night janitor at the local high school. I would 95% of the time be the only